Hey everybody. Once again it's news time, and once again it comes from BBC News. This story comes out of Kirkuk, Iraq, which is a city in the Shurjas district. Has been a hotbed of racial tensions between many groups, and it's been a very volatile city because of the mix of people that live in the city, which are Kurds, Arabs, Christians, and people who live in the Turkmen community. Um, And this latest blast has killed at least 27 people. It was by a car bomb in a market. Um, and the attack comes in the Sharjah district days after. It comes as Iraqis are celebrating the withdrawal of U.S. troops from towns and cities in Iraq, which took 6 years after the invasion. And I'm gonna put a link in the description to this in the sidebar, so that way you can go read the story. I'm just gonna give you my impression of the story, my suggestions on how to deal with this situation, and my general thoughts on the whole um, region. Now, Barack Obama says um, that it was an important milestone, the pulling back of the troops, but that there were difficult days of delay ahead in Iraq, and that's obvious. And I think that we stayed in Iraq a little too long after the invasion, because I think that the Iraqi people, Iraqi government, and Iraqi military sort of became dependent on us to do things. And I think this is good that we're pulling out, that they will have to survive on their own merits, and I know they're probably well trained. But I think that we should take the combat troops out of Iraq, as we are, but instead of just leaving them without anybody really who can help, we bring in engineers who teach Iraqi citizens how to maintain the roads and help rebuild the roads. We have to do that to help build a bridge to that community more than being in there as an invading force and as an occupying force. We have to bring in engineers to help them rebuild their country's roads, buildings, and help them reinforce the buildings against such attacks, so that they don't destroy buildings and keep fatalities to a minimum. But I think we also have to bring in emergency response people, and train them and have in effect evacuation plans and emergency response vehicles, and help them keep up with the violence that may escalate as soon as we take the last of the troops out of Iraq. I think that's what we really should do, and I think President Obama's plan, by taking the troops out of Iraq, we can put them into Afghanistan, which is a dangerous prescription for a problem that is really deep-rooted. What we do is take the troops out of the Middle East, and instead of using force to try to find Osama bin Laden and his co-conspirators, we use the CIA. I know we're already using the CIA, but use them more fully to their benefit. Again, I don't know how well we're using the CIA or the FBI, but I think we could probably be using them more efficiently to get more information to our troops and all of that. Now, we don't know, well, I don't personally know if bin Laden is fucking alive over there. Osama boy, I'm not sure if he's alive over there in Iraq, Pakistan, anywhere in the world he could be. Not in Iraq, because we would have sent him on. But I mean, he's probably somewhere in that region being harbored by someone who has the same anti-Western sentiments that he has. And we really did a disservice after giving all of the support to the Afghani Mujahideen and then just leaving Afghanistan to rot and not helping them rebuild their situation. I think that was one of our biggest problems and our biggest pitfalls. We should have helped them. And I think this is my whole philosophy in the Middle East. It's not guns that'll help win hearts. It's bandages and support will help win over people's hearts. We have to go over there as a support force, not as an occupying force and an invasion force. We have to go there as friends, not enemies. And I think that's what we should have done from the beginning everywhere. We should go in there as helping, teaching people how to do everything that they need. I think that's the best thing we could do. But I think this video has gone on long enough, so post comments, video responses on your own tips for Obama on how to calm the situation down in the Middle East, your own perspectives on the war in Iraq, the pulling out, the events in Iraq, Iran, just your general thoughts and feelings on the Middle East. So this is RezenatorZen. Peace, love, harmony, and see you guys later.